On 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Favors.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. J.J. Redick is out there with Ingram, and it's Favors in at the center. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Crowder in at the 3 with Jackson Jr. playing the 4. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. And tonight a matchup of inexperienced teams, young ball clubs. Brent, talk about some of the challenges that come with coaching a team so young.
I think the idea for most of the coaches is they see it in the eyes of the players. They want everything now. They want it so fast, and they're not quite sure about the steps to get to the end game. That's the most important thing for a coach, is to talk about the small steps throughout any given season that the coach can put in front of them. And some of those challenges, you find out also which of the guys are willing to accept the team challenge as opposed to the individual one.
But challenging nonetheless in every way.
Oh, yeah, and for 8 months of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
So get ready for massive parenting for the year for this coaching staff.
Here's Morant after Drew Holiday's score, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Valanciunas against Favors. The fader. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the game.
Nice. The defender's on him. He gauges how much space he needs to get that one off. Chooses to go with the fadeaway.
Jackson against Ball. Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
The pass to Morant. Over Holiday. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
Now here's Ball. Following the miss by Ja Morant. Redick with the bucket.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Cloak loose. Stolen by Ball. And here we go. Here's Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the inside. And stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Holiday against Brooks. Favors passes to Ingram, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Grizzlies trail by 6, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He had a lot of praise for Jrue Holiday, saying he gets after it at both ends, defends multiple positions, versatile offensively. I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how special a player he is. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude, like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Clippers. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And Ball is terrific inside. Even when the D is on him, he just seems to have a lot of confidence in his ability to make shots.
Now, here's Valanciunas. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Holiday against Brooks. Holiday, the pass to Favors. Knocks it loose. New Orleans moving the ball around. Sinks the triple. Ball's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Ball dishes to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the score by New Orleans. Passes the Ball. The kick out to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 6 points for Drew Holiday. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
Yeah, so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Here's Ingram after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. To the middle, and finished off by Morant.
Electric in the air. There's a certain energy that Morant generates that others simply don't have.
Now, here's Ball. 5 points in the game.
Get there.
Here's Holiday. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow. 8 points for him.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Down low. Favors surveying the floor. Valanciunas on the double team. Shoots it. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, you see the insane vertical, the long arms. Morant impacts every aspect of the game.
Ingram finds Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points for him. They get it back, and that one's good. Ingram.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Morant. It's tipped.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Here's Holiday. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. 6 to shoot, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 1, the Grizzlies. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
Great play from both of these teams in the open court. You love the energy and effort they've displayed lately here in getting out and forcing the issue. And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Ingram. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging about 27 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
To halt the run, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 9. Redick for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Valanciunas. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Ingram passes to Holiday. The shot from 20 feet away. Again, the Pelicans score.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Pass to Morant. Over Ball. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
The wide open look here for Holiday. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Crowder, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson kicks to Crowder. But they'll get another chance.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And here's Holiday following John Morant's 3. The open shot, Holiday. Again, the Pelicans score.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. The pass to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Here's Morant. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Outside Holiday. Again, the Pelicans score.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Inside, stolen by Ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game.
One shot.
And that one falls for Ingram. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Outside Favors. And Redick kicks to Ingram. And it's New Orleans scoring again. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Morant with it. He's got 15. Shoots from the elbow, and he hits the jumper for 2. Morant's got 17.
And, we talk so much about Morant's athleticism, but his feel for the game